Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas.
Hey everybody, it's Mickey, and in today's video we are celebrating Christmas in July with some easy dollar spot DIYs to get you in the holiday spirit. It may be a little early, but just thinking about the holidays makes my heart so happy. So if you are new here, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I put out new videos every week about all things home. For the upcoming Christmas holiday, I have been working on a gingerbread theme for my kitchen. I have a few decor pieces already, but I wanted to do some DIYs to add to the mix. So the first thing that we are going to be making today is some gingerbread cookies using wood cutouts that I got online at 24 Hour Crafts and in the Michaels Dollar Spot section. Gingerbread really speaks Christmas to me, so I've gathered together some gingerbread houses, trees, snowflakes, and of course you've got to have a gingerbread man or two. The trees and houses I found last year at the Michaels Dollar Spot section. The snowflakes and the gingerbread men I found online at 24 Hour Crafts, which I will leave a link to down below for you. To make these adorable little cookies, we are going to be using gel stain from Americana in maple, which I found at Michaels. This stain is very easy to use. It does not have a strong smell, and you can just use one of those sponge tip brushes. We'll also be using some tulip dimensional fabric paint in white. This paint is perfect to recreate the look of royal icing on your cookies. With a foam brush, apply a thin layer of stain to the front, sides, and back of each piece. You will only need one coat for this project, and this stain dries very quickly. Once the stain is dry, take your fabric paint and create your designs. I decided to make a truckload of these adorable cookies. I plan on using them in my tiered tray displays, inside my Santa cookie jar, and in the project coming up next. These cookies could not be any cuter inside of my Rae Dunn Santa cookie jar. I really can't wait to decorate with these during the holidays. Our next project is going to be a gingerbread bakery sign. I'm going to use the 3-section wooden sign that I found at the Dollar Tree. I'll be using some folk art chalk paint in the color Imperial, which to me is that perfect Christmas red. I found this adorable gingerbread ribbon last year at the At Home store, and we will be using one of those gingerbread cookies that we just created. The first step, of course, is to paint our sign. I ended up doing about 3 coats of paint to get the best coverage. I also want to add the words Gingerbread Bakery Fresh Daily to my sign. Now you can use a stencil, you can use stamps or letter stickers. I will be using the Cricut Joy for all the projects I'm sharing today. For this project, I've chosen the font Artisan Bakery and using permanent vinyl. Once everything was dry, I added the wording to my sign. I really love the way that these white letters showed up against this deep red paint. I knew I also wanted to make some kind of bow for the sign, and this gingerbread ribbon was just so cute. So I ended up making a small double bow with 4 tails that I will add at the end. I think that this big chunky gingerbread house fills the space on the sign just perfectly, so I used some hot glue to glue it on at a bit of an angle. I wanted to add the bow underneath the house without covering too much of the lettering, so I glued a small wood tag that I could use to tie the bow to underneath. It has become a tradition that I decorate the mug rack here in my kitchen for every holiday with signs and seasonal mugs, and I think this sign will be just perfect for the holiday season with a few gingerbread mugs hanging along with it. I found the idea for our next project on Pinterest, and with this one we are going to be using these small wooden crates from the Dollar Tree and turning them into a decorated stack of books for our tiered trays. For this project I'm going to be using some folk art chalk paint in white along with another one of those sponge brushes. I will be adding some words to the side of my crate now that all of the paint is dry. Again, you can use stencils or stickers for this. I'm going to be using my Cricut Joy. Now this video is not sponsored by Cricut, but I have to say that my Cricut Joy has really become my go-to cutting machine for these types of quick projects. I have used it so often since I purchased it a few months ago for DIYs and organizing projects. It's small enough to carry with you to whatever room you're working in, and it is the least expensive of all the Cricut machines. Now that the words are on, it's time to decorate. I have been using this bakery string in a lot of my holiday projects. I found this big roll on Amazon, and I will leave a link to it down below. I like to use this also for wrapping gifts around the holidays, and especially gifts from your kitchen. A couple cinnamon sticks and some greens are the perfect decoration for these book stacks. I think they came out so adorable, and I cannot wait to make more of these for Halloween and Thanksgiving. These are just the perfect size for all of my tiered tray displays, and they could not be easier to make. This next project is one of my most favorite to make. It is so simple, literally anybody can do this. All you're going to need for your project is this house-shaped wood cutout that you can find at the dollar spot at Michael's. You will also need some Mod Podge and a foam brush and some of your favorite scrapbook paper. The paper I am using today is from Echo Park Paper Company, their Christmas Magic collection that I got on scrapbook.com, but you can use any printed scrapbook paper you have on hand. You can either stain or paint the backside of your wood piece, or you can just leave it natural. I've stained the back of mine with the gel stain that we used for the gingerbread cookies. Then all you're going to do is lay your scrapbook paper down, trace your shape, and cut it out. Then you're going to cover your shape with a good layer of Mod Podge, and while it is still wet, lay your cut out piece of paper down. Then cover it with another good layer of Mod Podge. There are a bunch of different ways you can do this project. Today I'm just layering another paper cutout right on top. You can also add a favorite holiday family photo or stamp the piece once it's all dry with some holiday words. To finish this off, I'm just going to wrap some twine around it. Later on, I'm going to add a little red bell. Today I made 3 of these. Each of them took me just minutes to complete. These are perfect for your tier trays or just to add as part of a display on a side table. I like to also add these little decor pieces to a buffet table at a holiday dinner, and I've also made these as place cards for each seat at the table. The last project that I'm sharing with you today is a holiday planter for a small pine tree. These awesome galvanized metal pails with the twine trim can be found at the Dollar Tree, and the small pine tree I purchased last year at Target. The shredded paper is also from the Dollar Tree, and I cut out a design for the pail on my Cricut, but you can also use decals that are available at the Dollar Tree during the holidays. You can use these pails for so many different projects. I have stacked them up with pumpkins for Thanksgiving. I've added painted branches for a spooky tree at Halloween, and I like to buy a bunch of them to personalize and give them along with a plant as gifts. I add the tree to the pail, tucking in some tissue paper around the edges just to keep it nice and secure. And then I like to add some shredded paper to fill in around the base of the tree. I just love the way this came out. It's just so simple. I wrapped a little bit of that red and white bakery twine around the top and added a bell. I have a bunch of these little pine trees that I've purchased over the years, and I think adding them all to one of these galvanized metal pails would look so great for the holiday. So thank you all so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this Christmas in July video. The holidays will be here before we know it, and doing a little bit of prep work ahead of time can make things easier and put you in the holiday spirit. Please join our communities over on Facebook and Instagram at My Bashful Life, and don't forget to subscribe. I'd really love to have you all back as part of our YouTube family. So until I see you in that next video, I hope that you love the life that you have, be kind to each other, stay safe, and I will see you again soon. Bye!
Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't